You know what? People suck. It might sound too harsh, but this is the truth. They don't always tell the truth. They cheat, take things that don't belong to them, and are driven by silly and ridiculous things. Yes, it's true. People can be disappointing. A philosopher is not just someone who hides in books and dreams up ideas in a world of imagination. According to the Stoics, a philosopher is someone who's part of a regular life, who interacts with people. Mark Aurelius suggests, treat people kindly, be patient with them. He points out, dealing with people is our important task. Philosophy and people are closely connected from individuals to larger groups. So in today's video, I wanted to share some Stoic guidelines and some lessons from Stoicism to help you make the most of the people around you and not let other people's irritating actions affect you. Number 1, don't worry so much about what others think. It's odd. We not only care about what others think, we also care about what people in the future, whom we'll never meet, will think. Marcus Aurelius says, you know, some people desire fame after they're gone, but they forget they won't be around to enjoy it. Plus, future people will be just as foolish and focus on the wrong things as people today. So what really counts is your own thoughts. He adds, we value ourselves more than others, yet we're more concerned about their opinions than our own. It's crazy. You understand what's right, what you cherish, and what matters. You know your principles. This is what you should use to evaluate yourself, your abilities, and your goals. Seeking others' approval, external validation, and outcomes, those are less important. The number of views something gets, that's not the critical factor. Did I express my thoughts? Did I accomplish what I aim for? Did I bring my best self? That's what truly matters. Number 2, always be honest. Marcus Aurelius suggests that when you wake up each morning, remind yourself of the types of people you might encounter, those who are sly, dishonest, silly, envious, and absurd. He explains that you'll come across such individuals, but it's crucial not to let their negative traits affect you. Instead, you should find a way to stay sincere and genuine both to yourself and to them, even though they might not show the same behavior. Seneca emphasized the significance of being morally upright in a world where numerous individuals lack goodness. Number 3, don't take things personally. When someone does something to hurt you, says something mean, messes something up, or does something wrong, ask yourself, when have I acted like that? Because chances are you've done similar things too, right? We all make mistakes. What do you think about that, and why did you do it? Most of the time it happened because you didn't know any better or you were doing your best. And even if it was a real mistake, something you knew you shouldn't have done, remember that it doesn't mean you're a bad person. So when people hurt us, mess things up, or let us down, we should remind ourselves that they are just like us. According to Epictetus, instead of taking it personally, we should try to see things from their perspective. Let's not blame them or completely dismiss them. Let's show them understanding just as we would for ourselves. Number 4, be patient. Earlier, I said that people suck, and that is the truth. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius starts by talking about how people aren't always great. They lie, cheat, steal, and do silly, senseless things. Yes, people can be disappointing. However, he also mentions in Meditations that doing what's right and being good is the only thing that really matters in life. He adds that it's important to be patient with those who may not act the same way. This is what we're aiming for. People can be disappointing and they can cause problems. They can put many challenges in our path, but even with all that, it's a chance to practice Stoicism. It's an opportunity to practice self-control and fairness, even when things seem unfair. So a Stoic faces reality head-on, accepting it fully. And this doesn't change their strong belief in their duty in this world. Number 5, be a role model. The saying, happy is he who makes others better, suggests what a Stoic is. Not just a model to follow, but someone who inspires. They improve others by setting an example. through their actions and the positive impact they have on their community. This essence embodies Stoicism. Epictetus advises, don't just talk about your philosophy, live it. By being the best version of yourself, you uplift others. An added benefit is that this effort also brings personal happiness as you witness the positive changes you bring to the world and people around you. This is why Stoics dedicate themselves diligently. Number 6. Block out negative people. Cicero made a funny remark about Cato, saying that Cato lived as if he were inside Plato's Republic. Instead of living in the less desirable parts of Romulus, he acted like he was in a perfect world where everyone was good, and being good was the most important thing. He didn't mind the people around him were dishonest. He wasn't concerned that others lacked hope. He didn't worry about the bad situations or chaos. He cared about doing what was right and chose to ignore the external distractions. When we observe all the events occurring in the world that might make us lose hope, break our hearts, lead us to despair, or tempt us, we do what the Stoics do. We block out those negative influences. We concentrate on doing what's right, just like Marcus Aurelius advised. Focus on doing what's right, the rest doesn't matter. This also involves not getting caught up in what others are doing or what popular opinions are. Everything else is unimportant. Just focus on doing what's right and disregard external distractions. Number 7. Fill your heart with love. You might think that the Stoics appear unfeeling, and I understand that perception. However, this is far from the truth. Seneca suggests, if you desire love in your life, then embrace love. Marcus Aurelius shared that he learned from a mentor to let go of strong emotions, yet be brimming with love. Do you have warm feelings for others? If you seek happiness, if you long for others to cherish you, it comes down to what you radiate into the world. Just like the Beatles say, it's about the positivity you emit, because in the end, that's what you can manage. If you want to feel better, don't rely on others to approve you or meet your desires. Instead, be the one who provides what you seek. Marcus Aurelius proposes, if you aim for contentment, do good. If you desire to be loved, spread love in the world. Share warmth and affection with everyone you encounter. It's a chance to show kindness and everything else will fall into place. I assure you. Number 8. Avoid comparing yourself to others. There's really a good saying, comparing yourself steals happiness away. Theodore Roosevelt shared this thought. When you measure yourself against others, it makes you feel like you lack something. You're not as good. In the book Meditations, Marcus talks about how it's kind of funny that we want what others have, without really thinking about who those people are and what their lives are really like. And then he adds, consider all the people who are wishing for things. If you imagine being jealous of yourself, like if you suddenly then have what you currently do and were someone else, you'd understand better. The Stoics suggest doing these kind of thinking exercises to deal with emotional impulses or harmful thoughts, habits. You don't have to be envious of others. One reason is that others are probably envious of you too. And if you were in a different situation, you might envy yourself. So the main idea is to feel content with what you have, to be okay with it, and to think that it's enough. As Epictetus says, as quoted by Seneca, what's enough for someone who thinks it's too little will never actually be enough. Number 9. Value your loved ones. One time, my friend sent me an email on a Friday. When I saw it, I planned to answer on Monday. However, before Monday came, he had passed away. He had a heart attack. This is why the Stoics follow a practice called memento mori. Life is short, and at any time it can end. They also remind us that people who are important to us cannot be owned. We shouldn't assume they'll always be here. We can't think we'll have them forever. We don't have them right now. They're here temporarily. They're uncertain, so we shouldn't take them for granted. Time shouldn't be taken for granted either. Going to bed angry or holding on to anger isn't good. Instead, be with them now while you can. Forgive them while you have the chance. Appreciate and enjoy their presence now. That's the best thing to do. Memento mori. You or they could leave this life at any moment. This should influence your actions, words, and thoughts, especially with the people who mean a lot to you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.